In this video, I'm going to be explaining how to use break statement. Okay, break statement. Okay, let's consider this program. We have a loop that will loop number from 1 until 6. Okay, and in here is going to display current number is what number, and the multiplication of that number with number 2. Okay, so this is the output. Current number is number 1. If I is 1, it's going to display current number is 1, and 1 multiplied by 2 you have, okay, 1 multiplied by 2 you have 2, and it will loop for the next one. I becomes 2, so current number is 2, which is here, and 2 multiplied by 2 you're going to have 2 multiplied by 2 you're going to have 4, and so on for the rest of this output. Okay, so if you want to use break statement, for example, for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to show you that if I equals to 3, okay, if I equals to 3, then you say break. Okay, so what happened here? If you run the program, you will see that it loops only twice. Okay, it loops only twice because when I is 1, it's going to skip this thing. Okay, it's going to display this, so you have this output, and when I becomes 2, it will skip this and display this. Okay, display all this thing, you have this. When I becomes 3, so this is where this condition will be true. When this condition is true, this statement, break statement, will execute. So what happened? It's going to exit the loop, okay, by skipping all statements right after that. Right after the break statement, all of these statements will be skipped and until the end of that particular loop. Okay, so what happened if you, so that's why it will not continue the loop, it will just skip the loop and exit. Okay, so let's say for example you have out thank you here, so it's going to display, just going to skip over. Okay, it's going to skip over and display thank you, which means it exit the loop and continue with the rest of the code. Okay, so what if you change the position of the break statement here to here? So run this code. So this is what you have. This is what going to happen. Okay, when the I is 1, it's going to display this, which is fine. I is still 1. This one will be skipped, and it will display this. So you have this output. And when it continues with I number 2, I2, so you have this. Okay, because I is 2, it will skip this thing and it will continue displaying this. So you have this one, this line of output. Then when I becomes 3, so this is where it's going to display current number is 3. Okay, that's why you have this output. But because of this one, okay, it's going to, because this condition is now true, it's going to execute this statement. Once this statement is executed, it's going to skip the rest of the loop until the end of the loop and continue with this one. That's why you don't see something, the calculation of this right after the current number is 3 here. It will just simply outputting thank you here. Okay, so that's it, how break statement is being used. Okay, but break statement, you must be careful not to use it too much, because it's going to be difficult for you to debug your code. Okay, whenever you have a large program contains thousands of lines of code, so you might have problems debugging your code if there is any error, logical error or syntax error in the code.